Please remember to post a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you can always get my latest travel videos. Saturday morning from Paris. Today we're going to start our Paris tour at the Musée d'Orsay. The Musée d'Orsay displays French art from year 1848 to year 1914. It has the largest collection of Impressionist art in the world. Admission to Musée d'Orsay is 16 euros, and it's best to get a timed online ticket. The museum is closed on Mondays, but open all other days from 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Thursday, when it's open till 10 p.m. So we're going to start off at the Musée d'Orsay, which is the museum of the French Impressionist artists. Names like Manet, Monet, Degas. These artists are not featured in the Louvre. They have their own museum, and this is probably the second most famous museum in Paris. So this is what we're going to do. That's what we're going to start with today, and hopefully I'll get to the Eiffel Tower, the Assemblée Nationale, a few other sites. So more soon. This is the view of the Musée d'Orsay, and you can take an escalator up to the top of this building, and it looks like an old train station. The Musée d'Orsay is housed in the former Gare d'Orsay, a train station built in 1898. And there was the main clock, but all the main sculptures are down below. This is a pretty cool view. It's been mimicked in several movies, but there's the clock from the outside of the building. You can see it from the outside, and we saw it actually when we were at the Jardin des Tuileries yesterday. And over in the distance is Sacré-Cœur that we'll be going to tomorrow. But the Louvre is over there. There's the end of the Louvre right there, that building. It's U-shaped, and there's the Jardin des Tuileries that we went to yesterday. So this was the clock tower we were looking at. Try to give you an education in French art. This is a Manet, not a Monet. This is a Manet. Okay, keep that in mind. This is what a Renoir looks like from Pierre-Auguste Renoir. This is another Manet, not Monet. This is a Monet, not a Manet. This is Claude Monet. This is a Claude Monet, not Edward Manet. This is a Claude Monet. You can tell by the brushstrokes. So now you can tell this is a Monet, not a Manet. Now, because you're an expert, you can tell that this is a Pierre-Auguste Renoir. Another Pierre-Auguste Renoir. This is a Cézanne. Paul Cézanne. Another Paul Cézanne. This is a Paul Cézanne. Can you guess? Of course, Pierre-Auguste Renoir. You can tell by the sparkling colors. This is an Edgar Degas. Edgar Degas. Another Edgar Degas. Edgar Degas. This is Vincent van Gogh and The Starry Night. It's here. Another Vincent van Gogh, Dr. Paul Gachet. Another Vincent van Gogh, of course. Now we have entered the world of Paul Gauguin. He painted mostly in Tahiti and French Polynesia. Another Paul Gauguin, of course. Of course, another Paul Gauguin. Now we have entered the paintings of Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec. Another Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec. Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec. Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec. A mini art tour of the Musée d'Orsay, and hope you learned something. I'm going to continue on after this video with a tour of Paris, but I hope you enjoyed this little museum piece. Good afternoon. I've left the Musée d'Orsay and I'm going to continue my walking tour. Behind me is the National Assembly. I'm going to flip the picture. Assemblée Nationale. This is the French Parliament buildings. Doesn't look like much from the outside, but this is the official address of the building. It looks far smaller than the Canadian Parliament buildings. I'm going to try to take another couple of views of this, but it's called Assemblée Nationale, and it's interesting that in the province of Quebec, they call their provincial parliament Assemblée Nationale. So rubber tires on subway trains and name of the parliament. The front view from the main boulevard of the French National Assembly, it's a little bit more spectacular looking. We're going to try to make it to that building up ahead, which is the Eiffel Tower. I just walked from the National Assembly to this building, famous building behind me, and I'm going to flip the picture. This is the Eiffel Tower. It is much shorter than you would expect. The Eiffel Tower was originally built for the World's Fair in Paris, France in the year 1889. The Eiffel Tower is 1,083 feet tall. It weighs over 10 tons and contains 2.5 million rivets. The Eiffel Tower is open daily from 9:30 a.m. until 11 p.m. It's not very tall. It's also under severe construction. You can tell by the scaffolding. Well, it was built in 1889. It's a pretty old structure, and this is the massive crowd around it. I'm not going to be going up the tower, mainly because, as I told you, the best view to get within the city of Paris in this area is the Georges Pompidou Museum, and we're going to go somewhere else tomorrow. Okay, and I'll show you a really great view of Paris. At the Eiffel Tower, access to the second floor observation deck at 377 feet high costs 19 euros. If you want to go up to the top observation deck at 906 feet, it will cost you 30 euros. It's as expensive as going up to CN Tower, actually more. And the other thing is the lineup for the tickets is absolutely crazy, and the security level is crazy as well. So be prepared for that if you are planning to make a trip to Paris and go up the Eiffel Tower. Walking from the Eiffel Tower to my next destination, and I wanted to show you a few things. First, over there is a Russian Orthodox church. With the gold domes on it. This is the Seine River. On the right side is usually called left bank, and on the left side, that's the right bank. My next destination, which is on the Champs-Élysées, as you can see the Arc de Triomphe on that side, and of course Place de Concorde down there where we were before, and the Palais Versailles way in the distance. I wanted to show you this because to show you the grandeur of Paris, but more importantly, I wanted to show you this. That's the airline of the Islamic Republic of Iran. You know, America put that sanction against Iran so that in Canada we had to arrest someone who was selling phones to Iran. But here's France, openly out there dealing with Iran. As you know, I'm very apolitical and I don't like any politician, but I just wanted to point out the irony as to what our perception is in the West as to what European countries do, and how we are supposedly one solid unit. And here we are in France, and they obviously do business with the Iranians. And they flaunt it right on the Champs-Élysées. As I say goodbye to you for today from the Franklin D. Roosevelt subway station, I'm going to tell you that tomorrow we're going to see some hidden gems of Paris. So less of the grandeur, more of the hidden gems, some lesser known churches, pretty spectacular views. So stay tuned for tomorrow. Please subscribe, post a like, and hit the notification bell for future videos.